You guys had a long rest. You guys finally slept, and that sleep scattered with maybe nightmares induced by stress, pain of physical muscle ache and where the sensation of a newly missing hand made it difficult. You slept, but it took you longer to get that rest you needed. As you wake up 12 hours later,
Fuck.
you wake up groggy. You wake up still somewhat tired, but enough that you can do things. You're hoping that you can recover some more before whatever is coming. And in fact, the three of you are still just. You don't know what is exactly coming. Zoe hasn't said much. I think the only one who has any idea of something is Kain because of what they saw. And we're going to come into the rooms now that you guys are awake, and we're going to start with Kain. Kain, you wake up from a 12-hour sleep. As I explained, still tired, still groggy, pain in your arm, pain throughout your body, but you've got energy for the most part. You're not exhausted as you might have been. What do you want to do? What are you going to do in this moment in your room?
Get up and attempt to get dressed with only one hand.
It's rather difficult. You're kind of
I'm aware.
You're kind of impressed with how people who lost hands in the war or arms in the war or legs in the war have made it.
I'm also kind of mentally reach out and poke Lamia.
Well, that was eventful last night.
Yeah, was.
How's it doing?
Kain is gonna look at her nub. Still a nub.
Oh, 100% still a nub. You know, if you were more vampire, you could regenerate that.
Yeah, well, that part of me don't want to talk to me right now.
That is a problem. And not because I have grudges that, it's mostly a problem for your health. I don't know if you've noticed, but since you lost contact and you haven't been able to communicate or use that or feel that side of you, your life is dwindling.
I'm sorry, what the fuck are you talking about?
You haven't felt it. You haven't felt waking up each morning just more and more tired, your body not bouncing back like it was. I mean, the toll that it must take upon a body to be both mortal and immortal must be harsh. One side no longer you no longer necessarily crave as strongly as you did before. You don't have to feed as much as you did before. And where do you think that energy for the immortal side to exist is coming from? It's not like it's doing it on purpose. It's not like it's purposefully trying to drain you. It's just how you exist. The way you exist has to have a balance, and when you're this far out of balance, one of you will die, and that will take the other with you. I mean, with it. I thought you knew this. I thought you felt it, and so I didn't say anything, but I should have said something earlier. I'm sorry. I know earlier I was also
Thought it was
You thought
Just
it
thought
was
it was
what?
the constant fighting.
You're
We
part
haven't had a
immortal,
chance to really
Kain.
rest.
You're part immortal, Kain. If you were more at balance, you wouldn't need to rest. You'd recover faster than most. Hell, you might not even need to sleep. But again, I'm sorry. I don't know how to help. I don't know what to do. This is a bad situation, and I am not somebody who understands balance or understands emotions, or I don't understand you. I don't know you very well.
Yeah, you and me both there.
I wish I could help you more than I am now. But as of now, with things missing, I might be less useful to you than before. You get a feeling of low self esteem, kind of sadness from Lamia.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I can still hit people with you.
I'm a bow, Kain. You might want to use that rapier more than me in that regard. Best I'd do is
I'm
give
just
somebody
saying.
a slight boop. Maybe a bump on their head or something. Unless you want to drive a nail through me, I can become a pretty good club.
Well, that'd fuck your weight up for actually shooting.
It's if you can shoot. Ever again.
There's ways to get it back.
Do you have the money to hire a powerful enough cleric to cast Regenerate on you? Or are you going to go make a deal with the Eldritch here and lose more of what you are?
Fuck no, I'm not doing.
Do you also know an artificer that isn't corrupted by a dark creature of the really, really, really evil Eldritch nature?
The only other artificers I know are back in home.
Yep. That would make sense. Then, let me know when you find a way to get a hand back.
Do you want to stay in the room, or do you want to come with me?
Just leave me here.
Okay. She'll leave Lamia, I guess, lying on the bed.
You get an image of that woman in red, kind of curled, like the bow laying there, but it flashes for a moment. That woman in red, like a red dress, laying on the bed, curled up, looking at the wall. And you get a feeling of sadness.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
You just don't really get a response back.
Kain just kind of takes a deep breath, sighs out of her nose, mutters under her breath, "Fine, follow me," and walks out.
And now we move over to Treyvor. Treyvor has been asleep. You've had sleeps like this before. Sleeps out of sheer exhaustion. You remember, you wake up, you feel that familiar muscle ache, the cuts, the wounds that have been healed by magic, but the pain still persists after a little while, and it's just like before. 12 hours later, still feeling like shit.
Trevor gets up, he stretches, kind of twists, pops some of his joints. He gets up, he puts his armor on, and as he's going through his gear, he opens up his bag of holding and he reaches in and he pulls out the longsword that he brought with him when he left Alor. And he sits there and he looks at it for a moment. He sees the insignia of his old knightly order. And he just kind of stares at it for a minute. And just kind of nods. And closes the bag of holding. He keeps the blade in the sheath and he secures it to his side next to Themis. And he finishes getting dressed and he steps out of the room.
Very well. Syphina, you wake up. You're still drained. You're still tired. You still want to sleep, but you've reached a point where your body just won't let you sleep any longer. But you feel like you need another 12 hours of sleep before you even want to wake up. And then the memories of what happened last night flash back. And yeah. What are you doing?
She spent all night while trying to sleep and getting to sleep, trying to figure out a solution for Kain. She doesn't have high enough spells, and she just been trying to figure that out. Finally got to sleep, and then she wakes up, and she can very easily go out and try to deal with everybody else's emergency, but she's going to take care of something first. She sits on her bed and closes her eyes, and in front of her is going to, what she imagines in her head, materialize some kind of a golden book as she casts Legend Lure, and she's trying to figure out what that ring is that's on her hand.
So the ring.
She's trying to learn about it.
The ring is what it states that I've said before. What kind of it's the magic item that I've given you, but it comes with a curse.
I'm trying to figure out what that curse is.
Binding. Something is. The more you take damage, the more your spirit, the more your soul is absorbed into the ring.
Interesting.
And if you were to say, mechanically, hit 0 HP, your soul would be trapped in the ring forever.
So if I hit 0 HP in combat, I would be trapped?
Die. Not just dropped unconscious, but die. You would not be able to be revived. You would be in the ring.
Okay. So I know that now. I'm going to try to cast Remove Curse on it and see what I do to myself then.
The Remove Curse happens. A bit of this golden light flickers away from the ring and back into you, and the ring falls off your hand. The item is still cursed. It just is no longer attached to you.
Okay. Well, I will pick that up, and probably put it in a bag of holding just for the time being, because I don't know what to do with it otherwise.
Puts hand in bag of holding, accidentally puts it back on. Oh no!
Wrap it up and put it in a bag of holding.
It's the one ring. It called to me.
All right, so now that she's done a little bit of self-care, trying to take care of herself.
You do feel a little bit better. Like you feel a little bit a little bit more yourself again. Like you didn't notice this before because you just had a lot of different reasons why you would be feeling this way, but now it's hitting you. You have been missing a good portion of yourself. And it's back. And you feel whole again. You feel a little less tired, a little less worn out. And it's not like you're better, like perfect, but you've got a little bit more energy in you.
With that in mind, I'm going to then... I don't have anything else I need to do at this moment besides go, and I know Kain and Zori both have a ring as well. So she's going to go step out to see if she can encounter whichever one of those two she encounters first.
Very well. And you step out, we move to Zoe. Zoe, you wake up from the dream state you were in. I wouldn't call it sleep, but remembrance. And what is Kain? I mean, not what is Kain. What is Zoe doing? He's still in his full form.
Drifted off to sleep, and as he sort of fell asleep, I don't know if I can say what's in his dream, but quote unquote, but he just kept reminding himself of his training and what they taught him, what his mission is, what their code phrases of like how to jump your mind into a certain way of thinking, almost like a sleeper agent. As he just tells himself as he drifts off to sleep in his dreams, just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Even if it kills you. Even after it kills you, you just keep moving forward. As he wakes up and that's not even rest. He's zapped back into the game that they play. As he floats up above the bed. He doesn't even try to put his shirt back on. His shirt's been ripped and torn and bludgeoned just as he has been. And he goes to like reach inside and pull out the porcelain mask. And he just flips it over and looks at it. And keep moving forward. The time for this is gone, at least for them. As he puts it back into himself, he holds out his hand. The staff comes and it absorbs back into like his skin. The shield comes to his other hand to the back and kind of melts into him. Same with the book. He picks it up and the mouth opens and he eats it. As he gets ready, floats in front of the door. Awkward. He opens it up and I guess sees Syphina, but he's gonna try to tell everyone.
Well, first
we need to talk.
as you guys all kind of step out, you weirdly, almost like in sync, step out all at the same time, and then the door creaks open at Zoe's room. You all kind of like are about to say something to each other and then look that direction as this entity comes out. Because I don't think Zoe put his mask back on, right?
He did not.
So the entity that was explained, this dark form, this void-like being with, like he said, that kind of darkish, but not yellow, but more... What color would you say would be closest to Icar?
Be black. His eyes swirl with the purple magic as his spells do. Mm-hmm. That dark purple etched with hot pink, almost like energy. The same energy that pumps through his veins that y'all have seen before. And it's on his tentacles in his back that are sprouting out, are swirling kind of as his eyes, but also like inside of the mask as his body, like as his heart does as well.
This horrific form comes pouring out, floating out of Zoe's room.
Blast him.
You're gonna help what?
I'm just gonna hit him.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna blast him. I don't know. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him with I know. Last I saw.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hit.
Yeah. What are you shooting him with? You're just gonna shoot him with some divine energy?
I'm shooting him with guiding bolts.
Guiding bolts.
God damn.
You can
24 to hit.
Do you have a response, Zoe?
That's Christ. He doesn't want to waste any spells right now.
It really was creepy on my end.
And he'll take it. Roll
for damage.
Holy shit.
11. Just 11.
Okay. 11 is good. It's not. It could be worse.
It was level 1. Okay.
As it hits him, it just kind of hits him, and then he tries to like suck it into like his body. Not actually doing
a bit of like smoke.
The magic he feels.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, Syphina's gonna get another one ready. She's like, "Who are you? What happened to Zoe?"
As the tentacles kind of the 4 tentacles that he usually has kind of spiders his way and pulls himself out. He's wait, it's me. We should probably talk. His hands
you should
up.
probably not walk out looking like that. And she stops with things. She's shaking. Okay.
Believe it or not, this is how I normally look.
Treyvor very slowly walks up to Zoe, puts a hand on his shoulder, and he's gonna give enough of a lay on hands charge to pump Zoe back up to full.
Yeah, his shoulder's human. I mean, or tiefling or whatever. The
Yeah.
still purple tiefling that he's always been. It's just like the goo. It's like there's not enough to like pump into his veins. Really, it's not enough. He'll look at him and say, "Thank you. I appreciate it."
Treyvor just kind of nods. This is surprisingly not the scariest fucking thing that he's seen since the start of this journey, and it's honestly kind of about par for the course for Zoe at this point, so he's not as rattled as Syphina was by this.
When we get a chance to collect ourselves, I think we should have a exchange of dialogue in regards to what's coming.
Is this before or after we eat food?
Please, after. I'm
Okay.
starving.
That'd be nice.
Thomas just
We,
calls
like,
out, "What are we
continue-
sacrificing to Zoe?"
Hey, Trevor, can I smack him?
I
And we kind of already gave him a hand last night, so.
To be fair, I think you
Hey,
sacrificed
how
that
are you?
to his big
Mm.
bad guy.
I'm about to say that's the wrong sacrifice.
yeah.
But yes, Syphina, what'd you say?
He makes his way.
I was just asking Kain how Kain is.
Kane's gonna look at Syphina and kind of give her this, Syphina knows that this is the smile that she gives when she doesn't really want to talk about something right now. But she just kind of cracks this half smile, almost half grimace, and is like, it's after food.
Do you need a hand? She walks away.
You just hear a burst of laughter from Themis. Oh, she said it!
Treyvor,
At least it was you and not Sif.
God, you would have punched.
Treyvor just kind of chuckles and shakes his head and turns and looks at Zoe. And he says, "Nice to finally meet you."
He'll turn back, kind of just like the few eyes on this side to kind of give that kind of side profile or whatever. And he'll say, "It's feels good to actually be me."
He just kind of nods and he turns and he looks at Kain and he goes, "Come with me." And he walks like out of the like common area.
Where are you heading?
She mutters.
He's looking for a space that's a little more open.
Yeah, like open or private open?
Wide enough to be able to move around in without damaging
place is-
anything.
This place is pretty big. I mean, you could go to the main area where the water fountain and the statues are.
That's actually perfect.
If I see you guys walking by, I said, can we please eat food first before you guys do anything?
Treyvor nods. He says, "Don't worry, we'll come eat soon."
At least he will. I don't know. Typically, when a paladin and an undead go off together, one of them doesn't
Sounds
come
like
back.
a fucking joke. A paladin and undead walk into a bar.
Okay. But I don't think it's much better for a cleric and undead too, so should I come
I mean,
with?
that's fair.
Yeah, let's just add
Wait,
one
wouldn't that
more.
be them doubly fucked?
Yeah, let's just add one more to the
I mean-
fuck list.
Treyvor just kind of shrugs and he's like, "I mean, if you want to, you can."
Oh, fine. I'll make sure. I'll see what's going on.
Oh, so we
What
got
are
a
you planning,
paladin, a
Treyvor?
cleric walking with an undead, and a holy sword. This is great.
Could go wrong.
So
You're not gonna
they get out.
stab me like the other paladin did, are you?
Treyvor just
I
kind
don't
of
think
shakes
I'll
his head.
resurrect on this church.
And he tells you to just kind of have a seat on, like, I guess the side of that fountain right there, if it's tall enough for you to sit on. And he pulls out his pack and he takes out some bandages and he starts wrapping your nub. And as he's wrapping it, he says, just because you've lost your dominant hand doesn't mean you should be unable to fight. A knight should be able to adapt to their circumstances. And he takes out that +1 longsword in its sheath. And he offers it hilt first to Kain. And he says, take it.
Kane's gonna look at the longsword, and then look back at Treyvor, and while I do appreciate the offer, I am not without weapons. And I can't swing a longsword to save my fucking life. Above table, I'm not strength-based. I have
Treyvor
14
just kind of,
strength.
yeah. Treyvor nods. He goes, that's all right. If you prefer. And he steps back and he pulls out that +1 longsword instead of Themis. Pick up a weapon that you prefer.
What?
Kind of feel like
I'm confused. Put.
I kind of feel like I feel like he's cheating on me now.
Kain will pull out the flame tongue rapier that she has, and she looks incredibly awkward holding it in her left hand.
Treyvor just kind of nods and he goes, that's about what I expected. And he kind of walks around you and he starts adjusting your stance, like with the tip of his blade, like he's moving one of your feet. He's tapping you on the back to make you stand up a little bit straighter.
No. The moment you start doing that, Kain sheaths the blade and walks away. And she has this look of pain and sadness on her face.
Syphina's going to look at Treyvor. She's going to say, Treyvor, Asta was a paladin, and Asta helped Kain. So,
just because we're hurt, just because we're sad, doesn't mean we get to walk away from our duty. That's what being a knight means. Whatever happened to you in the past, whatever training you were given, whatever opportunities you were denied, you are a knight now, Kain. And whatever it is that we encountered last night is coming. And you need to be ready. He doesn't pursue Kain, but he's still standing there. He's got his left hand folded behind his back, and he's kind of in a fighting stance.
For a moment, Kain stops, and her shoulders are incredibly tense. And her head kind of drops down a little bit. And she turns and looks at Treyvor and Syphina And she says, "You guys might be having this fight without me anyway."
And what makes you say that?
I'm dying.
What? I'm walking up to Kain, very confused. What do you mean you're dying? You're a vampire. You're not dying. Half vampire.
No. I'm dying. Because the two sides of myself can't fucking get along.
Okay, so what does it take for the two sides to get along? Do you need to feed? When was the last time you fed?
Oh?
If Kain looks like that right now for real, Syphina's going to just like. Okay,
Yeah,
stupid.
that's actually about exactly what she looks like right now. Like, she's trying to remember the last time she actually fed.
I know this is a stupid idea, but she's gonna offer you her hand. You need to feed.
Nope.
You need to feed, Kain.
Treyvor
Not
walks
for
up
you.
to Treyvor walks up to Syphina and puts a hand on her shoulder. And he goes, "It's all right, I've got it." And Treyvor offers his arm. And he looks at Kain and he goes, "You've tried a couple of times to get a bite out of me. Here's your
Failed
chance."
each time. It's not feeding. I don't have to feed because my two sides too far apart.
But if you feed, would that bring it together? Would that be more of acknowledging of the other side, I suppose?
I don't think so. From my other half shoved me out of my own mind. She's blocked me off. I can't contact.
Why
Feeding's
did she
not
do
gonna
that?
help. Oh, I don't know. I've treated her like she's a monster my entire past 30 years because someone lied to me my entire fucking life.
Yeah, that tracks.
To be honest, I don't blame her for being pissed at me.
But she didn't treat you. She didn't shove you out earlier, which is when you thought she was a monster. So why now? What changed?
Because I
You
actually
realized?
tried to talk to her. That's what
And?
I was doing when y'all found me after I staked myself. I was trying to get far enough into my head so I could talk to her.
Are you saying you need to stake yourself again to try and reconnect with her?
Maybe. I don't know. It could possibly work, but she
When you did that last and you encountered her, before she cut you off, what exactly were you guys talking about?
I was trying to apologize to her.
And how did she take that?
Oh, not great.
So if you go into this, you need to have a different mindset. I'm not sure what difference because I don't know what your mindset was back then. Or is. Is there anything else you know? Anything else that could be key?
Emotion, most likely.
Emotion? I mean, makes sense. Vampires, from what I understand, tend to be emotional beings, and you're not. So, you should get emotional. Get angry. I don't know. Smack him. He's just gonna point at Treyvor.
I don't have anything to be angry at him for.
I'm not angry at him, just angry at the world. Angry at things you can't control. Angry at losing your hand. He did cut your hand off.
Because
Angry
I
at
told
what
him.
was happening. Yes, but angry at what's happening to Alfred. That you're not there. You can't protect him. You have things outside of your control. Maybe it's not anger you need to channel. Maybe it's guilt or a frustration or something. You have emotions, right? I know you do.
Somewhere. When I can find them.
Yeah, you've never been too emotional. Don't forget this out, Kain. I'm not gonna let you just die. I'm not gonna let yourself kill you. But thanks for telling us. And then Syphina's going to walk away because she didn't feel like there's anything she could do.
Treyvor watches Syphina walk off, and once she's gone, he turns and looks at Kain. And he just kind of pauses for a second and he goes,
Why'd you give the title to me?
that catches him off guard and he stops for a minute. Have I told you about what happened to my family?
Not. Above table, player can't recall if you ever did.
I don't think he actually
I
did.
don't.
Oh.
No!
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Don't say we're not recording again.
Yeah. We'll just
just
assume for the
think-
sake of argument. Yeah, I don't think he
I don't
actually
think
has.
he has. No, the only thing I know about right now from your past for sure is the one thing you no longer remember.
Yeah. You had some connections at court, right?
Define connections.
You knew people who were affiliated with the royal family.
I mean, I spoke to King quite often, so I guess, yeah, you could say that.
Does the name House Corrales ring a bell to you at all?
It does. Okay. I'm aware of the name.
My family were not quite higher nobility. But we were high enough that we were relatively common sight at court. My father and brother were accused by the Order of the Avenging Hand for violating the laws related to the Grand Hunt, targeting non-humans. They were, from what I understand, or what I believed, summarily executed for their crimes. My family was cast out of court. A lot of our holdings were sold. My sisters were able to arrange some marriages to some lesser nobility. My mother was able to arrange a marriage to a widowed nobleman. And I enlisted with the Order of the Avenging Hand to try to bring some honor back to my family's name.
Why
We used to
choose-
have...
Sorry, why
We-
why choose the order that executed your family? And
Because at the time I believed that for the order to execute my family, they must have done something to deserve it. And that if I joined that same order and proved to everyone that I was not like my father or my brother, that in time, as I rose through the ranks and was given a title back, that I could rebuild what my family lost. Some information has come to light since we've arrived in this God's forsaken place that has made me question the truth of what happened to my family.
above table, Pat, do we know that his old order is a part of that re-rising of the cult?
Yeah, it's well. I remember I revealed it to Treyvor.
Yes, Treyvor
Tal.
revealed it. Yeah.
No, Tal revealed it to Treyvor. Treyvor revealed it.
Yeah.
And Myth, I don't know if you saw the message I sent you.
I did.
Okay.
I did. That was why I was asking.
Okay, yeah.
Because I had a thing.
But yeah, so he says, when we entered that competition, I believed that it might be the best chance to get back what was taken from my family quickly, easily, relatively painlessly. But as we went through the tournament, I realized that it was just a little more than a glorified gladiator match. I spent half of my adolescence and a significant portion of my adult life being taught what it was to be a knight. Courage, honor, integrity, sacrifice. These things were drilled into us, and I realized during the course of the tournament that I was already a knight, and that whatever the tournament had to offer would just be, for me, the easy way out. When it came to the point for us to choose, I realized two more things. One, that based on some of the things that Syphina has told me, and based on some of my observations, you were denied the opportunity to become a knight, either by virtue of what you are or by virtue of a lack of training from the people that were supposed to teach you. And I realized that if I ever did have to cross blades with you for real, that it would be for a good reason. It would be because something had happened that necessitated us needing to fight for real. That competition, that match, was not worth the risk of the damage that I could have done to you. And he points at the nub where your hand used to be. You deserved the opportunity to be able to prove yourself. They didn't have anything that they could offer me that I would have been able to look my family in the eye and be proud of when everything was said and done. And the simple fact of the matter is, I didn't want to hurt you. And if it had been a choice between getting my family what I felt they deserved and hurting you, there's a different version of me that would have hurt you to get what I wanted. And that's not who I am. So the question I have for you is, what does that title mean to you now, Kain? Because in the span of the last couple of minutes, you have allowed your emotions to prevent you from training to face an enemy and resigning yourself to the fact that you could possibly be dead before it even happens. Neither of those things would stop a knight from doing what needed to be done. So what does being a knight mean to Dame Renard?
Kind of. She's thinking. I don't know. Back in Alor, it was a way to prove I wasn't the monster everyone thought I was. Also, your family's good people. I didn't know anything about that scandal. I didn't know about them being accused of breaking the laws that were put in after the hunt. What I did know about them was that they were instrumental in ending the Church of the Father first time around. And I have a feeling that at least one of their members will be instrumental in ending. Hopefully this time permanent.
Treyvor just kind of chuckles and scoffs and shrugs. He goes, "We gotta get out of here alive first." And he looks at Kain and he goes, "I'm not going to push you to train today. You need some time to figure out what being a knight means to you outside of Alor. But tomorrow, we're going to make sure that you're able to fight with that left hand."
She gets this kind of wry, almost nostalgic smirk on her face. Astor would have liked.
In that moment, before we move on to someone else, Kain feels and slightly hears in her mind an unlock sound, like a lock unlocking. As we move now over to Zoe, Syphina, you kind of you weren't really far behind Zoe. When when you enter the dining hall, there is food ready for you. The queen is still sitting at the table, bound to the chair as she always is, ever watching, ever staring, ever lingering. As she sees you approach inward in your full form, she nods to you Secrets are good, but secrets bring lack of effort. I'm glad that you're willing to put everything on the line.
As am I came to the same conclusion. Better to have a united front.
Your party will trust you more now.
I suppose, though there's still much to tell them of why this is happening.
As you take a seat at the table, I do hope that they will become friends for you. I wish that for you. Just because you are like us, and just because you are of our nature, does not mean that friends carry little weight. It is because I made friends with the heroes before that our race still exists, that the crows still exist.
You're right.
So, what is your plan? I imagine we have 3 days before his forces arrive at our doorstep.
Well, for today, at least, I need to share some of what I know. Perhaps get them to trust me more too. If I share a bit about where I come from.
There is no
And then I
better,
believe
there's no better
Yes.
place to share one's heart than over a meal.
Suppose you're
As Syphina steps in. She seems irritated but worried at the same time.
She looks at Zori, and she isn't really hungry right now. But she looks at Zori. Zori, you have that ring, correct? That's cursed.
I do.
Do you want me to remove the curse?
Sits up a little bit. I very much would.
Okay, I need something to do. Give it to me. Let's do this. She looks at the queen. I'm sorry, I just need a distraction. I need something positive that I can do.
She
to
just
help somebody.
nods to you in silence as a reassuring, I understand nod.
So
Come here,
she's
sit.
going to... Syphina will come to you. So you sit down. Okay, so I need to see it, touch it.
He seems a little hesitant at first, but remembering what he told himself last night and the idea of moving forward and creating friends rather than allies, and how she's always been there to protect him and never once tried to harm him. Well, except finding
Except
her.
for this morning.
Besides getting fucking blam blam right in the face.
Other than that, and he'll bring forth the artifact again from his stomach, and
If she was hungry beforehand, she is no longer hungry.
push it over to her and lets her hold it.
Okay.
You feel like there is a being in this orb, a hurt and dying being, something that is suffering. You can feel the suffering from it. And as you're holding it, there's a part of you that feels like this creature should not die. Why is it dying? It's not its time. And
Okay.
it kind of pulls at that power in you, but in a way that you feel like at this current moment you can't solve it, and it's just another thing that you just can't do.
Well, can I at least try to remove the curse on that from that ring?
You can.
Okay. So I touch it, the ring, and I try to do that at the very least.
The ring falls away from the artifact and lands on the floor.
And what does it still look like? I think it would looked cracked before or something.
The
artifact?
it's still cracked.
Okay. Well, I don't know if any of my healing abilities can help it, but doesn't want to try. So she's going to try to channel some healing into it.
It doesn't affect it.
Well,
I appreciate you trying, and I cannot thank you enough for removing the curse. At least that's one problem
you're
I have to
welcome.
worry about less, I guess.
I suppose we should. I put mine in my bag of holding wrapped up, so I would recommend that with that. I don't know what kind of curse. I didn't bother with that.
I don't
But
even want to
she
touch
gives
it.
it back to you.
The ring or the artifact?
The artifact, the artifact.
Oh,
She's
here,
going
take the
to like
ring.
grab a napkin. She's gonna grab like a napkin and then she's gonna like pick up the ring and she's going to try to bundle it up and she's just like, I want to do nothing to do with this.
Matt's
So,
kidnapped a
Get
cat.
rid of it.
Orion.
It's an
But
idiot.
so she's gonna just like, oh, there. I feel better about fix that at least. Now I wonder if Kain
What?
can let me remove those. But anyway.
He'll grab the artifact, not literally, but thank you. I cannot express my gratitude enough. I know how to fix it. That's on the list of things to do today, I guess.
Yep.
But thank you.
You're
I'll
welcome.
reabsorb it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Syphina's just gonna sit there.
Are
He's
you
always gonna
waiting?
eat. He's starving.
Yeah,
His
the
body
queen
needs
is
to-
like, are you waiting for your friends or are you going to
I-
eat?
Yeah, he's like, just absorbing it into his whatever
I know I
void.
should eat. She'll just probably grab some fruit or something. She knows she needs to eat, but she doesn't feel hungry. So
As you guys are starting to eat, we're gonna move back to the other two. Are you guys heading to? Did you guys finish up, or is there more you'd like to do, Kain and Treyvor?
There's another question that Kane wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're heading back that way, but they're still
Yeah,
talking.
walking and talking, walking and talking.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not great at this whole emotion thing. I've been taught for the past 30 years that the best way to keep myself from hurting people is to keep control. How do you deal with it? Having lost them, your father and your brother.
Well, at first, I was really fucking angry at them. I'm sure you've noticed I don't exactly process my anger in a healthy way at times.
I mean, I'd say something, but that would be the pot calling the kettle black, so...
The honest answer to the question is I don't know. I just try. There are times where I'm able to control my anger. For example, last night I wanted to call you and Zoe both absolute fucking morons and just tear into you, but last night wasn't the time for that. There are times where it gets the better of me. You are not a monster by virtue of what you are, Kain. There are plenty of sapient undead out there that live normal, healthy lives. Emotion does not make you a monster. Whatever happened in your past that everyone treated you like a beast to be caged, it might be regrettable. It might be something that haunts you. But I think part of your issue is that you are trying so hard to seal away all of your emotions, good and bad, when you are, by your very nature, a creature of profound emotion. I don't know how to tell you to deal with those emotions because your emotions aren't mine. You're not me. I can tell you that there are times where just taking a deep breath and counting to 3 makes things a lot easier. There are times where biding my time to express what I need to express works, and there are times where that's not an option, and the only viable option is to just punch somebody in the fucking face.
Yes, I did that to Astor when I saw him in the church.
Sounds like he deserved it.
I mean, he faked his death.
So he definitely deserved it.
A little bit, yeah.
What exactly happened in your past? That has made you so afraid to express emotion?
Up until recently, it was just what I'd been taught by Astor the other nights, and in some ways, Syphina as well. Not necessarily her fault. She was following Astor's lead. But in the trials, when we face the trial of truth, do you remember what question it asked me?
He's gonna nod. He's not going to repeat the question because above table, I don't remember, but he would.
Who killed your family?
Yes. He nods. He's not going to repeat the question out loud, but he nods.
Up until that moment, that spirit being, whatever the hell it was, asked that question, I thought it was some random vampire. My family had trespassed on his lands, and he felt the need to destroy them rather than release them. But it wasn't.
It was you.
Syphina's not. It was. Syphina's not the only one whose memories have been fucked.
Yeah, it seems like the people
Someone
in power are
lied
not being blamed.
to me 30 years. Lied to me about what I was, what actually happened to my family, everything. And it's taking every ounce of self-control in me to not find a way back to Alor and burn the entire fucking city. Because I'm so tired of people lying.
Treyvor nods and he goes, people in power in our country kind of seem to have a habit of doing that. Messing with our minds, messing with our memories, lying about really important details surrounding our lives. You would be justified to do it. And perhaps there will come a time where it is not only reasonable but necessary to do so.
Smile on my face if that ever happens.
There is a time and a place for retribution. There is a time and a place for judgment. There is a time and a place to shed blood to right the wrongs that have been done. You're not there yet. Because the fact of the matter is, you have not forgiven yourself for what happened, for the fact that they were able to lie to you, for the fact that for years they manipulated you into believing that you are a monster. What happened to your family was tragic. And there is the very distinct possibility that you might be responsible for it.
There's no might about it. As she says that, you can look at her and tell that she is reliving that moment.
Treyvor reaches out and places a hand on her shoulder and squeezes. He goes, Kain.
She does kind of bring up her nub like she's gonna hit you, and then realizes it's you, and she's like, what? Sorry.
You need to be able to forgive yourself for what happened. It doesn't mean that what happened was right. It doesn't mean that what happened was fair. And like you said, you are responsible for what happened. The question is, what do you let it do to you now? Do you let it destroy you? Or do you use it as a force? Try to do some good in the world. Do you let that anger consume you? Or do you try to redeem yourself for what's happened? And he just kind of pats you on the shoulder. He just says, something to think about. And that's about the time that they hit the door.
Yeah, you step into the... you open up the door and walk in. And right there is where we'll end tonight's episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you for joining another episode. And remember, everyone, every view, every like, comment, subscription helps us keep building these worlds, telling these stories, and bringing more adventures to the table. A special shout out to our players, our dungeon master, and everyone behind the scenes who helped make this show possible. And an extra thank you to our community. You support us more than you know. If you want to help the channel grow, check out our Patreon. Even joining the free tier helps support the channel, keeps you connected with updates, and lets you be a part of the Storyteller's Tales community as we continue to grow our channel and tell more stories. A huge shout out to our Patreon supporters and everyone who shared the show, commented on the episode, or told a friend about us. You help keep the dice rolling. And a special shout out to our Realm Shaper tier member, Lauren Sullivan. Thank you very much. And until next time, everyone, remember, tell your grandma. See ya.